Hey beef lovers, today we've got another cut of meat from the top round of Wagyu cow. We're making this video to demonstrate how you can use underutilized cuts of meat as steak rather than having to grind them up or braise them in order to make them palatable. So the first thing we're going to do is put it out on a cutting board and pat it dry. Dry off both sides of the beef. The reason that you do this is because it helps to get a crust when you're browning it. Next, we're going to salt and pepper the cut. And as always, we're going to salt and pepper both sides. We're going to take a small cast iron pan. This one again is about 5 inches in diameter. Remember that the handle gets hot on these things. I'm using an induction cooktop. It works as fast as gas, but I don't have gas service in my house, so I use electric. Place the beef in the pan and just brown it. The whole process is going to take probably 4 or 5 minutes in total because it's a fairly thin cut. It is 0.65 pounds, so a little bit over 10 ounces, but it takes so it doesn't take very much time to cook it. I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to move it around a little bit to make sure that it's there's oil underneath it. We've used avocado oil to brown this time. I'm going to check the doneness and then continue to move it around a little bit so it doesn't stick. I'll check how well it's done on the underside again. And what you'll notice is the juices are starting to flow to the surface. That tells me that it's cooked to the way I want it. I was also poking on it a little bit, and I can feel the level of doneness. Next, I'm just going to make a simple salad. I'm using arugula. And this is going to be a meal for 2 people. I'm going to slice a little bit of red onion. And then we're going to put the red onion in the salad. We just dump everything into one bowl. It makes the preparation easy and it makes cleanup easy. Go ahead and spread out all the little rings, break them up. Next, I've got some washed cherry tomatoes. These are just champagne grape tomatoes, actually, that I bought at the local grocery store. And I have a little bit of blue cheese that I found in my cheese drawer. So I'm going to crumble that up and put it in the salad. These are dried cherries. I like to put a little bit of sweet with the salt of the blue cheese to counterbalance it. And now we're just going to put the juices over the steak. You can see there's a little bit of shrinkage, but not too much. You're going to slice it thinly. We're going to slice it across the grain because it's, even though it is Wagyu beef or American Wagyu beef in this case, it can still be a little bit chewy if you're chewing long grains from the hind leg of a steer. So I've cooked it to between a medium rare and medium in doneness. I'm making an effort to fan it out there so you can see it. It's probably a little bit more medium to medium well at this point. I may have overcooked it a bit, but that's okay. The way we're eating it, it works fine. We're going to just toss it into the salad. We're going to use a store-bought salad dressing. This happens to be just a store-bought Italian salad dressing. Finish with some salt and pepper. This isn't fancy salt. This is the same salt I was cooking with. It's just a kosher salt. Toss it. Make sure that everything is mixed up properly and coated to your liking. If you're feeling really lazy, you can just eat it right out of the bowl. We're going to put it out onto the cutting board so you can get a better look at it. Remember, you eat with your eyes too. It's one of the senses that we eat with is sight, so try and make it look visually appealing. I think it looks pretty good here. There you go. That's the finished product. It's simple. It's arugula, onions, tomatoes, blue cheese, salad dressing, salt, pepper, and 0.65 pounds of beef. Going to give it a taste test here, and it is very good. It's an easy meal. It took us 10 minutes of preparation, and it's a great weeknight way to get full.